You know, it's funny that they always say that men are very visual. Well, so are women. I don't understand. Is there data to...
Men do not close their eyes when they're having sex. And women often do.
Well, it's so that we can, think about Ryan Gosling.
Right.
Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. All that chaos in the booth. Pay no attention to the chaos in the booth because
jerks.
The love of my life is here. Christina Pinsky. We're reunited. Woo!
Woo, woo.
Come on.
Yeah, we're here.
Rash Revolution.
And let me
it's
tell
on.
you,
it's on.
It is on.
It is on.
And I feel as though the tide has finally turned into our direction.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
It's not super satisfying because it's slow. I think Chappelle has helped move things in a certain direction.
Netflix refusing to bow down to these people.
I think that was a little bit of it.
Shout out to Netflix for holding
and
strong.
we're not saying that we're agreeing with anything. What we're agreeing with is not caving and allowing people to express themselves. That's what's rational.
So exciting.
Yeah.
And especially being here in Texas and getting out of, the culture a little bit. Because,
hey,
whatever.
Man.
You're just like, oh, no one cares.
I'm walking around going, do I wear a mask? Do I not wear a mask? Am I supposed to wear a mask? What am I supposed to do? Am I signaling? They don't give a shit.
They don't care.
They're like, you go do your own thing. Speaking of not caring, we have a lot to catch up on. So much. A lot has happened.
You look fantastic. Your teeth are perfect. You're thin. You're handsome.
I should always pay attention to my teeth when I know I'm going to see you.
They're so good.
I had my teeth cleaned last week, but I did fuck around with the whiteners too.
That's what I'm saying. That you must have. It looked fantastic.
I did because I was I'd been drinking coffee and wine and I was all stained up. And I was like, I'm going to see Christina. I better take care of this.
You better. You better, Drew. Come.
I don't want to be a cool guy.
You come heavy, as they say in The Sopranos. If you come heavy, bro.
I don't want to be a cool guy in your eyes.
Don't be a cool guy.
But so me and Annie have gotten to know each other a bit since we last spoke. You and I.
Please tell me what you've discovered.
What are you not aware of? Many of the discoveries that have been unearthed, and when when they were laid out in front of me, I'm like, oh my God, this is gold.
All these guys are so interesting.
How come you didn't know this about Eddie?
Tell me.
Well, that he fears ghosts. And he fears the It clown from the movie It, reaching out of the toilet and grabbing his asshole and sucking him in. And so he has to stand like a gargoyle on the edge of the toilet. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I had a bit of an Eddie moment. I forgot to bring this up to him. I had diverticulitis, and as a result, I was sort of backed up for quite some time because you get kind of obstruction there. And I had a couple of days, Annie, where I was at it quite a bit, and it's rather uncomfortable. I don't know why you look forward to that, or
put on your headphones so he can answer you. Okay, can you answer any? Because we don't, we can't comprehend as regular bowel movers. It's so foreign. Browners, please. Please refer to us for our proper pronouns.
It's still Studio Janes. Come on.
Yeah, like we don't get it. So what's your question for any?
Well, I was produced an any-sized sort of
seriously
material.
How many days?
It was a course of about a day and a half.
What do you mean by any-sized?
Well, I know he fills 9 feet of colon across a month. He pulls out 9 feet of cable.
I know.
That's
wild,
what he's doing,
bro.
And it was not like fun. It was like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't expand my diaphragm. It was a lot of time spent. And
you could wait. You couldn't expand your diaphragm because there was so much caca inside of you.
Correct.
Stop it. What were you eating?
No,
you don't eat that much.
Well, I always take some Metamucil and those kinds of bulk agents.
It was bulked,
and I was trying to get it through because I had obstruction from the diverticulitis. And I would lie at night. I go, I can't. Why am I breathing off? It's so weird. And then finally, it happened, and I was like, and I can breathe. And I thought, oh my God, Annie, how does he put up with that?
He doesn't feel that though. Right, Annie? You don't feel like you can't breathe.
No, that's how it starts, man. You gotta get used to it, and then sooner or later your butthole knows the deal.
You see.
He suppresses the feeling.
He just doesn't worry about
making the browns.
He's such a specimen. He doesn't have to deal with it.
He's also very long and lean.
I know. That's with Tom's preoccupation. Tom got on the phone with me to talk about it, and he's like, where does he put it?
Where does he put it?
How's that happen?
Where does it go?
He's 145 dripping wet.
Yeah.
And where does that go?
Well, you'd think he'd feel it even more because
he would have to go this way, right? It goes down to his balls and up to his chest. Right? But
balls to chest.
He's working
Tommy.
on the balls all the time, though. We've also found that out.
What do you mean working on the balls?
Well, he's got a 3-time-a-day rhythm.
Milk sesh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's very attractive, very virile. Mm-hmm. He's out there. He's dating the ladies. What did you expect? I mean, see, he's laughing because he knows that.
You're so nice.
I love Annie. He's very charismatic and sweet.
He's a source for me.
He's my man.
When I have no.
No, Annie's my man.
Oh, finally we're gonna have something we conflict over. But
we're fighting
because I have
who loves
stuff
anymore.
I know I have stuff that flies around in my head, and I need to straighten it out, and he helps me.
Like what?
Like I was talking about Chappelle and some of the reaction to that, and it's just we were talking. If I've talked about Ghost, I mean that's I want Susan and him to get together on that. That's going to be
for sure
hysterical.
But isn't Ghosts? Because I used to do that too. Isn't that a trauma thing? We've learned a lot about Eddie since I said we actually did some personality testing on him, and we found out he has oppositional defiance traits. The opposition. Elaborate on that. Opposition defiance.
Well, what did you? I'll let Annie tell you. What did you learn about that?
I blocked all of it out. I don't remember.
Well, he dissociates.
Yeah,
he dissociates
that's part of it, I think.
So his trauma, he understands the trauma dissociation,
sure.
and he wanted to get some treatment for that.
Sure.
He's actually looked into that.
Cool, good.
Yeah. But he has an oppositional defiance that's left over from his younger years,
which
where
is
he doesn't
no.
trust. Yeah, everything's no. He doesn't trust anybody. Yeah. He has cognitive distortions where he thinks people are gonna, a perfect example of this is with the great storms you have here in Texas.
Love them.
First time he heard a couple of storms, he thought it was people coming to get him.
Right. Which is not.
So it has a little paranoid kind of streak to it, and he knows better. It's like he knows it's off, but he still has that tendency.
Yeah. Well, he also told me one time.
Am I misrepresenting? Is that correct?
Well, I think you might be misrepresenting that. I know that it's bad.
Well, you don't know it's bad when you think about it. Well, I understand bad's the wrong word. You know it's not an accurate.
It's not good. It's not.
You don't trust. You push back on everything.
Yeah.
But he's not defiant at work. However, he's extremely driven, loyal.
He is. He's exceptional. He's a professional, but he also has a subtle. I realized it. The reason we got into this conversation because one day early on in our marriage together, or he and I getting together,
your guys' relationship.
He had the clapboard,
Yes.
and for each camera he was going and very quietly he was going, suck my dick as he did the clap, and I thought, that's interesting. There it is.
Wow. And do you think it was directed towards you?
No, it's just the general suck my dick.
Just everybody suck my dick.
Right.
Suck it. Now, I don't see that with him. But Drew, here's the thing: is that
you gotta think like a man. You're not thinking like a man.
But suck my dick is
you're too literal. You're being too literal.
I'm always too literal. Do you know that I thought boneless chicken wings were?
Or what?
Were chicken wings where they took the tiny bones out and then recomposed the meat. I literally did not know because that's how my brain is. I am very literal.
I get it.
So yes,
especially with male-female stuff, you have to be careful because men are literal, but we're literal from our perspective. So suck my dick. What the fuck
does that even mean?
Well, if you say suck my dick, you went to I want somebody to suck my dick.
Oh,
no, he's saying it's fuck you.
It's hostile, which is interesting because Annie and I have a different dynamic. I feel we go playful because I have that rebelliousness as well. 100%. That's why I relate to him.
Exactly, because you.
I know. I relate.
This
maybe
part
that's
of
why.
me,
but hang on, Nadav. And Susan's got it too, by the way.
What?
And so maybe this is why
my parents.
This is why I get along with Christina so well too, Nadav, Annie.
Yeah.
So you guys all three are sort of my peeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all sick in the same way, which is why we all work out so well.
And yet I still. And yet I always want to, because I'm mental health sort of oriented, I want to see the source of all that. That's why I'm so fascinated about your father. And then I'm interested in the history of all that.
It's more my mom. I want my daddy's approval. My mother was so overbearing. It's my way of fuck you, I'm going to do me. But I don't have that so much anymore because of therapy. I've...
I don't know if you feel like
the
I
rage
do. Yeah, so my deal is my mother's abusive too, right? And we all, probably all four of us had that. I bet you, Susan, me, Annie, you. Annie, abusive mom, kind of.
No, his dad sucks.
Your dad was abandoning.
Yeah, no, I mean, my mom wasn't. I guess she yelled. It wasn't like abusive physically.
She hit. She hit.
No, she never. Hit. I mean, she tried. I just laughed. So it didn't work.
She never hit except when she did. Except when she tried. So we all four had that, and what the so the way I feel about it now is like, hey, that's fucked up. I don't let you off the hook for that. You don't do that to kids. But I don't have any. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. It's like, hey, you're fucked up. She's fucked up for having done. My mom, I'm talking.
Yes,
about.
Of course.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yes,
and I don't let you off the hook for that. But I don't really care about it anymore.
Yeah, I don't care about it either. It's long gone. It's ancient history. I've healed. I've mourned. I've grieved. I've raged. And that's
and you painted your toenails black.
And dude, and that no longer governs my decision making, which is when it gets sneaky. Because I think my reason for getting into stand up was, fuck you, you're gonna listen to me. And that is not the unheard child acting out. And now my motives are not that.
But comedy always has an antisocial impulse.
I know, that's why it's so much fun.
Yeah. Well, that's why you got me into this show. You wanted me to interview all those folks. All the comedians.
But isn't it fun? It's so much more fun when you're on that side of the antisocial. Like, we don't have to pretend to be normal, and you get a license to ill. Carte blanche, bro.
But that's
great.
What's fucked up about the present moment is you kind of do. You're not allowed to be fully antisocial the way you should be to sort of push our face to the mirror on things.
Spend some more time to Texas. You just got to hang out.
Is that, and by the way, speaking of which, I loved Joe Rogan's interview with Sanjay Gupta. It was fantastic.
Oh, I have to watch that. I just saw that came up on my feed. I have to listen. Yeah.
Fantastic. He was so direct.
Sanjay Gupta.
And Sanjay held his own in his own little way, but some of the stuff he was saying was just wrong. He's just misinformed, which I was shocked at. And Joe was also a little misinformed, but wasn't grandstanding on it. He was just asking questions and why did you and why are you? Yeah. Really good stuff.
I love how Joe is such a curious investigator, and he really does want to see both sides of
but
things.
Not only that, not only has he got a great mind for that, he's now got this. He's like been in a master class for the last 3 years, interviewing all the world's greatest thinkers, right?
No,
and so he comes from a great point of view now.
It's so funny, man. It's so weird. Like you just seeing where people go, you're like, what? Joe Rogan's talking to fucking like which intellectual? It's rad. You're like, we're comics. We're like people hanging out in the comedy store writing shit jokes, and then it's just fucking cool.
Could be you next.
It's fun. Could be me.
Well, you came from this. You came from Thomas Aquinas.
I know, and I'm obsessed again. So I did get my brain back. It's interesting. You remember for a while I was like, I can't read. My kids are too little.
Yes.
And I've just now started getting back into philosophy, and I joined a book club. I am a Southern lady. A book club. I went to drinks with kindergarten moms last night for the first time. And first of all, I love the book club because we got to actually exchange intellectual ideas. It was fucking amazing. And then last night, I think I finally found my tribe of moms. It's taken 5 fucking years.
Let me just ask gently.
Sure, go ahead.
Do they know what you do for a living?
I know.
Do they know about this?
Yeah.
They do?
So I don't think they understand what podcasts are.
Okay, good.
A lot of people still don't. Thank
God. Some witch is gonna show one of them something and go, do you know?
Well, I've invited them out to the Velveeta room, which I do most Wednesdays. There is a special that I will be taping soon.
I am so excited. I'm so looking forward to your special.
I know, because you're so supportive of my stand-up. I just love you.
Supportive is not a strong enough word. I'm a fan.
And by the way, because you told me last time, you're like, I want to hear more about your dad. And so there's a nice big chunk about my daddy in this one.
It's good. It's so good. It's so good.
He's not going to like it, but I don't care.
Exactly. Fuck
he didn't
him.
pay for therapy. I did. I got to pay for that shit.
You don't get to be an asshole and just be an asshole and not have somebody react to it.
I agree. And it's
especially
my
your kids.
Perspective.
You see what my daughter's doing to me these days.
What is she doing about
She and I wrote a book.
I know. Congratulations.
By the way, for your mom South people, please get this book. It's called It Doesn't Have to Be Awkward. It's very good. She did a great job in the book. And we've been on a book tour.
Oh, my God.
And she has been railing on me about the patriarchy. And so I know. But but you know what? It moved me a little bit. I really listened to what you were saying. And
what's wrong? You tell me what what did you change your mind about? Like, tell me
I walked into the system that she operates from.
Okay.
And within that system, I can see some of her points of view.
Okay.
I don't necessarily believe that system of patriarchy is reality, but there's something to be learned by examining it. Like anything, if you go in and look at it carefully, there's always some good stuff in there. It's just the cultish inclusionary quality to the whole thing is the problem.
I know. And
you have to be able to think inside and outside.
Correct. The ideology and then the not listening to the other perspective.
Right. And ideology is the problem of our time. It is.
Yeah.
We need a new, and I talked to, well, we're getting off stuff here, but
hold on. Can I tell you just a word on patriarchy?
Yes. Just a word. Go ahead.
You white guys have been getting such a bad rap lately. And I've been thinking about it. I really do sit down and I think about this patriarchy. And I was an angrier, feminist, younger woman.
Right. That's where my daughter's at now. And I'm like,
20s,
I kind
30s.
of admire it, right? I'm like, I'm glad that she's got a point of view and stuff.
Yeah.
And she affected me by it.
But here's the deal. Look. The truth is, and as living, I'm 45. I've succeeded in a male dominant industry. Is that I can speak from personal. I have to overcome my agreeableness. My the traits that you're supposed to have as a good girl. Yeah. I've had to become masculine in order to succeed. This is
whether
truth.
That's biological or sociological or both.
I know.
The reality is women rank higher on agreeableness in all measures.
And I know because I listened to Jordan Peterson talk about it this morning.
And rather than
podcast.
That's right. And rather than saying, "Oh, it's society's fault,"
I don't know.
Be aware of it and fight it.
And correct it. If you want to be a high-ranking CEO or you want to be in a male-dominant field, then be cognizant of maybe your tendency towards agreeableness.
Part of that agreeableness is blaming yourself.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like you and I have talked about this before. If something goes wrong, women immediately take a personal inventory.
Yeah.
What did I do? How did I do this? Why did I get into this? Blah, 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 blah. And even if it's, Lauren Savan told me this when Harvey Weinstein jacked off into a potted plant, and just, you know what I mean? She was the potted plant girl.
That's so fucked up. That's your legacy. And I like that you pointed out her name, so now I know. Like I didn't know it.
Lauren was my radio partner for a long time.
Oh no, and
she is an incredible journalist and mind. You would love her.
Yeah.
You should interview her. You would love her.
Bring her.
Where my mom's at.
I wanted you to do the book interview. Can you and your daughter? When we get to Studio Jeans, we'll do it nicer.
100%.
Yeah.
I did it with Leanne.
Wonderful.
And it was wonderful. Leanne loved.
Wait, but hold on. Can we go back to what I like about the patriarchy?
Real quick, let me finish the thought about Lauren, though.
Yeah.
So Lauren, when she was jacked off on by Lauren,
poor girl. That is bad.
She's the first person to say me.
Shit.
Look, she's the first person to say me too.
And he's so gross.
When Rose McGowan stepped up, she said me too. I saw it happen in real time. It was the first Me Too step. She's an amazing person, dear friend. And she said when it happened, it made me feel terrible because she's a friend. She said, I stood there going, how did I let this happen? How did I get here? How did I misdirect him so badly? Me. Not that this monster shithead is jacking off in a bed. It's like, that's what women do, and you need to fight that, regardless of whether it's a patriarchy or not. That's a patriarchy.
I agree. And some of that is, gosh, and now I know I'm in the throes of raising 2 little boys, and you go like, yeah, but that's a biological great thing, agreeableness. It's what keeps me from murdering my kids. It keeps me patient and loving. And it's like, it is 100%. Yeah. So it's not that it's necessarily a bad thing. I'm saying it is not a masculine trait.
Just like men have to manage aggression, women have to manage agreeableness.
And their horniness and their dick urges, apparently.
You've been around these boys long enough now. You now get it, don't you? It's taken a little while.
They're fine. They don't perv out on me. But
these guys?
Well, not that I know of yet. Maybe when I was Tina on YMH Live.
Well, you've heard me talk about Upstart before, and if you're carrying a credit balance month after month, it can feel like your never-ending cycle of debt is never going to end. Upstart can help you make that final payment so you can get ahead. That's right. It's a fast, easy way at Upstart to pay off your debt with a personal loan, all done online, whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses. Over 1 million people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. And you can check your rate without impacting your credit. That's right. Rather than looking at credit score alone, Upstart considers other factors like your income, current employment, credit history to find a smarter rate for your loan. And you can check the rate without impacting your credit score in just minutes. For loans between $1,000 to $50,000, you can even receive your funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/Dr. Drew. That is upstart.com/Dr. Drew. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know that we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided with your loan application. Upstart.com/Dr. Drew. Well, this fall you can get back into the swing of things. Bespoke Post is here with a new seasonal lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections. Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month. Well, I have now received a couple of things that I just love. One is a charging box that charges very quickly, and when my phone is discharged, I have this available now to recharge my phone. It fits in my pocket. It's a great, and I love some of the stuff they sent. They sent me an axe, and I thought, I wonder if it would help me with the firewood that I'm always trying to put together for my family. This axe has been a godsend, and no matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. From autumn craft beers to cozy threads and camping gear essentials, Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. That's right. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month. Each box, only $45, but $70 worth of gear inside. Plus, with each Box of Awesome, you're supporting small businesses. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Dr. Drew at checkout. That is boxofawesome.com, code Dr. Drew for 20% off your first box. I'm very excited to tell you guys about this. About 3 years ago, I began digging into research on supplements that replenish a key cellular resource that's called nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, or NAD for short. NAD is found in every single cell in your body. It's responsible for energy creation, metabolism, and the regulation of hundreds of cell functions. But NAD levels decline as you age. So, to help reverse that, the team at Elysium Health created Basis, an NAD supplement designed to promote healthy aging at the cellular level. Elysium has dozens of the world's best scientists working with them, including 8 Nobel Prize winners, and its chief scientist is Dr. Leonard Guarente, a renowned research scientist from MIT, who has studied the science of aging for more than 30 years. Now, Basis uses a special form of nicotinamide riboside for NAD support, plus a potent antioxidant. This makes Basis extraordinarily effective. In fact, Basis has been clinically proven to increase NAD levels by 40% safely and sustainably. So what can you expect to feel? But I can tell you that my experience with NAD supplements aligns with the testimonials from many Basis users who report experiencing higher energy, less fatigue, and more satisfying workouts as a result of higher NAD levels. And I have to tell you, whenever anybody says, hey, do you ever age? I think, I wonder if it's the nicotinamide riboside I take. I trust the science behind Basis by Elysium, and I encourage you to check it out for yourself using this special offer. Simply go to trybasis.com/Drew, enter code Drew10 at checkout, and you'll save 10% off prepaid plans as well as other Elysium Health supplements. That is trybasis, TRYBASIS, trybasis.com/Drew. Use code Drew10.
Wait, but here's what I'm saying about the patriarchy. You know, you guys get so much shit, but I think stuff works pretty great, and I just want to thank you guys. It's not a perfect...
You like bridges? You like bridges and
bridges
things like
are
that?
Great. Infrastructure.
You like
science, medicine.
But it's the patriarchy that kept them in the sciences, and that's that. No. Anyway,
but what about Sweden? So look at Sweden. So in a system of perfect equality, people still that's the study that I'm referring to, is that is the most forward, whatever, progressive, equal society. And turns out women went to go do the social stuff and men predominantly do the...
So let me put a little light on that.
I don't know, but what the fuck do I know? I'm a comedian. I don't know shit.
Oh, that's a nice out.
But no, but you know what I mean? Like I'm a fucking idiot. I'm just learning. Don't quote me on this. A year from now, I'll think something different.
No, okay, but here's the deal. The studies have shown that in the most egalitarian societies,
that's what I'm thinking,
where male and female roles are completely either reversed or equitable,
right?
When given the freedom to choose, women go towards more traditional female things and men towards that. And the patriarchy folks will go, see how pervasive the patriarchy is. They can't escape it. As opposed to
there is no patriarchy in
Sweden.
Right.
And maybe, but they still say when they were little kids, they got the...
This is fucking untrue as well. I can't force my boys to play Barbie.
That's right.
I've tried. I literally tried.
We tried too.
Hey, play with this dolly. And Ellis was like, I'm going to shove it in the toilet. Can I rip its head off? Can I throw it? It was not appealing.
There's woman
nothing
named
I can do.
Deborah Blum, I think her name is, or Bloom. Deborah Bloom wrote a book called Sex on the Brain, I think it was called. And she was very much of the patriarchy position until she raised 2 boys.
Yeah.
I know. And she was like, this is not the patriarchy. This is something I'm fighting. Anyway, so
and I'm a pretty boss ass alpha woman. Like you know what I mean? Like I do inject like, hey, don't be mean to women. Like they're not, but you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not injecting.
You're on it. Speaking of that, let's talk big sloppy hangers.
Oh,
Can
I
we
got
do that?
those. Yeah, of course, always.
Well, let's always talk about women.
But my hangers have gotten better 3 years postpartum, and I don't know what that's about. Is it like I stopped breastfeeding, and maybe I'm just getting used to how low they are now? Maybe that's what it is. They've gotten better qualitatively.
Have you done anything?
No.
You've lost some weight.
Maybe that's what it is. I'm not as fat.
So
I'm not as fat.
So the actual weight,
fat.
the actual gravity, the actual effects of gravity are not as significant.
Yeah, not being fat helps a lot with everything.
You still have big sloppy hangers though, right?
Big sloppers.
Okay.
So sloppy and hanging.
24-year-old man, 6 feet, 185 pounds. I lost 85 pounds 3 years ago and have maintained healthy weight since. I'm happier, healthier. I'm stuck with these big sloppy hangers. A man with big sloppy hangers. It kills my confidence when it's time to get pissed on and beaten.
Yeah.
I have tried lifting and focusing on my chest, diet chain, but I can't get rid of these man tits. I'm tired of being a big titted animal. I want my confidence back. I'm home here now. Come fuck me. Anything I can do. Don't you miss all this?
God, that's such a good email. How do they do that?
I know. I have the best. I have the best emails.
Yeah, you do.
You should look through them. They're really good. They and I answer them all with peace and love. So surgery. When it's laxity and loose skin and excess tissue, you have to get surgery. But the surgeries are extremely good, and why wouldn't you do it? Why not? Good for you.
So tell me, do they go through the nipple and they suck out fat?
It depends on exactly what he's talking about. Oftentimes, it's just getting excess skin taken out and just making the small scar you can. What is Nadav looking up here? I can't wait to see what he pulls up
tits.
There. Man breast. There is a good one.
There's
yeah.
some man tits.
But see, sometimes there's see the in
those
these
look like real titties.
Yeah. See, when there's breast tissue and nipple development, it's a bigger deal. If it's just the floppies,
those are real tits, dude.
I know.
Fuck, that sucks.
I know. And oftentimes that happens when they're like 13 and then doesn't go away.
What a drag. God, what a bummer.
Smoking a lot of pot too, Annie. Make note.
Is that right?
A lot of weed.
Yeah, but he's got no fat on his body.
That's
and
true.
He's a lean machine.
He couldn't go anywhere. You're right.
No.
Oh, sex question from a female. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
39-year-old female, and I'm wondering how I can make myself not get so wet while having sex.
Good luck.
Why is that even a thing?
I'll tell you why, if you really want to know.
I'm ready.
Go on.
Well, because sometimes if it's too much,
you can't feel anything.
Yeah,
you don't feel it.
It sloshes around. It's too menacing.
Menacing?
No, you know what I mean. Like it's too it's not practical. You need to have some friction, right? That's the point. So it's
causes
too wet.
me to lose friction. She says.
So how can she put cornstarch in it? Like when you thicken up a pie.
Talc. What is that stuff that they used to use in cartoons?
Talcum powder?
Something like that.
I think it's illegal now.
I'm horny a lot if that helps. I don't masturbate. It
does help.
Because why when I have a perfectly good dick to use?
That's true.
Which is sort of a female thinking. Any help would be appreciated. Second, I was curious if there were dick doppelgangers. Since there are humans ones, I thought, this is a perfect question for you. Because
that's a really interesting question.
Because you've seen the perfect Peter.
I have. I remember that penis. That was 1996, I believe. God,
Penny,
that was a great
I remember
Peter.
that penis.
Yeah. I do. I recall it fondly.
So there can be. I imagine there are dick doppelgangers. I mean, there's there's less features than on a face, and they're facial doppelgangers.
This is a very thought-provoking question. Mm-hmm. Be careful. I feel like your coffee's going to get pulled off.
It is.
Very thought-provoking. However, Yana, I have found that due to circumcisions. Yana? It's like Matlock, when he's like, Yana.
Oh, okay. I didn't see a name on this.
No, I think they're varied. Every penis I've seen is just so different, just like vaginas. Have you seen identical vag?
Yeah, there's sort of categories of vag. Not identical. Right. Well, there's the ones that are just
meaty.
No, there's meaty and there's closed.
Yeah.
And the closed ones kind of all look alike.
Yeah, truth. Wow, preach.
Yeah.
The big ones.
Church.
But here's the deal, man, is that so
did
there's
I say that right, Annie? See, I think he's got to straighten me
out. Yeah, you did.
Okay, thanks. Okay,
ridiculous.
Say it.
But yeah.
Church, preach.
Meant to be. Meant to be. And if I step out, let me know if I'm off target.
No, you're right. Right. You're right on.
Good. Right. See why I need Annie? Do you see?
He keeps you cool.
I am so fucking white. It's disgusting.
Who's whiter, you or me, though? I don't know.
It's a pretty race to the bottom here.
Pretty honky talk.
You
it should be called
Texas,
honky talk.
You win.
Oh yeah, that's true in a Republican thing. So here's the deal, man, is that not only do you have the peener, which can be different looking, different colors. Don't forget circumcision leaves often scarring and pigmentation difference. So you've got the ice cream, that. Balls.
Balls are all over
Balls
the place.
are just all over the place, sir. One can be different than the other. Yeah. The hang, the quality, the high and tight, low and loose.
Yep. So high and tight, I did not think applied to balls, but I guess they do. Yeah. So keep high and tight is a male thing too.
I prefer high and tight nuts to low and loose hangers. That's just me. It's just what I like.
It's good. Congratulations.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that
that
big fat sloppers are technically low and loose?
Big fat sloppers.
If they're testes.
Physically speaking, they are low and loose.
I don't mean testes. I mean big fat sloppers. Yeah.
Yeah, then they're low and loose. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you like tight everything?
I mean, I prefer it.
Okay.
I don't know tight everything. Not true. Not true.
Okay,
I kind of I like a masculine body, but it doesn't necessarily have to be perfectly fit. I like masculinity, so that's imperfect. Imperfect to me is masculine.
That's for sure.
However, like Tom always makes fun of me because I love Ryan Gosling. Like that's an ideal. However, in real life, I don't know if I would be as excited.
Well, that's interesting.
It's not. It's feminine the way that he's groomed and feminine in his presentation.
There he is.
It's too feminine to be this pretty.
I see. There's no hair.
But I like the aesthetics of it. He's very handsome. He's fun to look at.
Well, it reminds me of how men look at porn. Men when they look at porn, what they're looking at doesn't necessarily mean a preference in real life.
What?
That's right.
You just blew my mind up, bro.
It's why when women find out, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? They go, oh, I'm not like that. It's like, no, that's what I like looking at. I like you. That's why I'm with you.
Why is that?
Because your eye has because we're very, 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 very visual. And if you're trying to get stimulated visually, our eye needs something sort of a little more than what it's a screen.
It's funny that they always say that men are very visual. Well, so are women. I don't understand. Is there data to
men do not close their eyes when they're having sex. And women often do.
Well, it's so that we can, think about Ryan Gosling.
Right. we are thinking about what we are looking at.
Really?
Yeah.
But you guys, I feel like women always worry about that. Like, oh God, I'm fat. I'm this, I'm my hanger. Guys don't give a
No.
Not really.
We like what we like. And that's it. Gentlemen, would anybody back me up on this?
Can confirm.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Okay, see.
I'm looking right at that.
And by the way, gentlemen, back me up on this. If there's something we don't like that much, there's something else we like a lot, and we are focused on that.
Yeah, just look at the other thing.
So men break women down by body pieces.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, they often don't look at the whole; they look at parts.
That is so silly.
It's how they're gentlemen. Am I speaking?
No, you don't look at the whole. You look at a.
You have two sons, young lady.
I know, but it's like wonder women are all messed up about this stuff because then we're like, wait a minute, there's categories of stuff. Like I have to worry if my butt's perfect and my tits are not.
No.
And then,
you don't have to worry about anything.
Wrong. It's one of.
The man is there because he wants to be there.
Oh, it's one of. So if he's a titty guy, he'll be in my camp.
Boom.
If he likes,
Because so he'll be like, oh, she's tits. That's my tits. That's true. And then forever it's tits.
And then there's things we sort of add on to it that we also like.
And also there wouldn't be a situation if that's already happening. It's not like there's a part that we don't like. There's something that's liked in that situation. Yeah.
You guys just like it all.
We do like it all. We do like it all. But
so easy to please. God bless men for that.
Yes.
I love that simplicity.
That's a much better way to look at it.
Yeah.
Not like, oh my gosh, no. We are.
If you're there.
It's literally just think how we like pizza.
Yeah.
It's all pizza.
It's all pizza.
It's all good. You can only fuck it up.
And thank God for that simplicity of the male sexuality. You just have to be there and be excited about it. I feel
that's another piece.
You just got to be into it.
That's another piece. We appreciate enthusiasm. Gentlemen?
Dr. Joe Court. For sure. Dr. Joe Court said on Your Mom's House, he goes, also, men like to hear how much load they produce, how big it is, and how awesome their penis is.
So generally how awesome that their magic penis is sort of the general note. That's the general note.
Like, hearing that my dick is good will like get me through the month. You know what I mean? It's like it's everything.
And we have so much neurological wiring hooked through there that it literally is sort of a part of our sense of self. And so it becomes a symbol for the self-worth.
I can see that. I can see that early in my children. I mean, boys discover their peeners from infancy. It's just like grab, touch thing.
And that's a neurological thing.
Yes.
And when men are coming out of a coma, first thing that starts happening is they start touching their penis.
Yeah, I believe it.
Before they wake up.
It's your radar. It's
just there's energy. There's neurological material there, and there's a circuit, and that's it. But then it gets in adolescence. It gets tied into self-worth. Like if my penis is worthwhile, maybe I'm worthwhile. Or if I'm not worthwhile, my penis isn't worthwhile. It's a very strange thinking.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not good. They get into some strange thinking there.
Yeah.
Dealt with that a lot on Loveline over the years. A lot.
I bet.
Of me just going, dude, that's not about your penis. That's about how you feel about yourself.
Wow. Oh, yeah. A lot of guys with dick concerns. I remember that on Loveline.
Got any voice messages in there?
We sure do.
Give me a couple.
Let me check on my husband.
Hi, Dr. Drew. So I'm from South Dakota, and we recently just legalized medical marijuana. I'm a recovering heroin addict. I'm currently on Suboxone. My probation officers will not allow me to get my medical card right now. I was wondering how you would feel about me pursuing a medical card in order to get off of Suboxone, because I don't want to be on an opiate long term.
Right.
I just feel like medical marijuana would be a better fit for me. Thanks. Love the show.
Thank you, buddy. It's a very interesting question, right? Is Suboxone clean? Is what he's really asking.
Because what is that composed of? What is
opiates,
it?
An opiate. But it's a special opiate that doesn't cause the same behaviors as a heroin. It's a little different. And he's better on that. And if he get down below 10 milligrams or 20 milligrams on that, he's probably better off on the Suboxone than the cannabis. But if he can't get down on the Suboxone, Suboxone, they're both drugs. And if he's really serious about his recovery and is working towards total abstinence, we shouldn't be making a judgment of whether it's cannabis or Suboxone. If one works for him, then that's the one he should use. It's a little treacherous, though, and you shouldn't be making the decisions on your own. You should be your sponsor. You should be having physicians work on this with you. These are very, very, very tough questions, but a good one.
Those opiates are great.
You're one of those people that like them?
Gosh, did I love them for my ankle. It wasn't I was like, I like this too much. Time to throw these away. Ooh. Well, I didn't take a lot. I mean, at one a night to get through my ankle. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Woo! Like I was like, oh, I get it. This could have been really. This is a slippery slope, man. I like it.
The feeling of I love this is not a normal feeling.
Oh, whoops.
So
well, I'm glad I threw them.
Right.
They're done.
It's done. That's a good.
It's done.
It's a good, for anybody else out there, it's a good threshold. If you like, I love this stuff.
Oh, I love it.
Because then you're going to try to stop and you're going to still be thinking about it. That's the process.
I did. And then I stopped taking them. And then I was still thinking about them. And I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You got to be careful. You put together 2 months of that and then you're.
I know.
In trouble.
I know.
I haven't talked to you since all that. How was all that for you?
It was like, okay, so it happened in...
the fact that you didn't call me sort of pissed me off. You
really? I was in trauma.
I can help you. I know I can help you.
On drugs and in trauma. Drew in Texas. You're in California.
Yeah, I can help. I'm just saying.
What could you have done for me?
I don't know, when you guys get lost in the medical system, I get worried about stuff. Look what almost happened to you with the opiates, for God's sake.
Oh, no. Well, so yeah, that happened in June. And then 2 months later, I had my x-ray and the doctor goes, whatever you're doing, keep doing. He's like, you're in the 99th percentile of recovery. It's amazing. You don't have to wear your brace.
Eastern European.
Jeans. Thank you. Not this fucking pussy shit. Lay down, cry, you fucking pussy, bitch.
Don't be a pussy.
I wasn't. And
Eddie and I decided that's a major calling of rational recovery. Don't be a pussy.
Don't be and don't listen. Don't coddle. 5 days after surgery, I did Pilates. I was already exercising. And I did a lot of PT, and I just pushed through the pain, and I just walked and forced myself to do it. And then now I'm all better. All good, except for that, that little opiate fun.
Mrs. Pinsky is calling us. Should I put her on the phone?
Yeah.
I think we should.
She's just, isn't she going to be cranky, though?
I don't know. Let's see what the time is. Scared. You're scared of her?
She's cranky.
I don't know.
Nobody likes that.
What up?
Hi. You're here with
What up?
You're with Christina.
Hi.
We're on the air here.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you cranky?
No, I'm not cranky.
Okay. I think she wants to know where we should go to restaurant time. Take the booth boys out, Christina.
Oh, there's a lot of great places. I'll talk to you off
we'll
mic.
talk after.
Yeah.
Okay. But everything good with you?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for
Southern Georgia and South Alabama on TV.
You have any questions for Christina?
Drinking coffee. How are you?
I'm good. I miss you guys. It's good to see Drew, and I like hearing your voice.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry I didn't get up this morning. It was too early for me.
Girl, the time difference is brutal. I don't blame you.
I'll get her in here. Looks like the booth boys have a question for you. What are you guys trying to ask her?
Yeah, what are you trying to
I was trying to type out.
Go ahead.
How's the anal life treating you?
Oh, yeah.
Tough.
How's anal after 50? And
God damn it! That was one time on a cruise. It doesn't. Right? That was one time on your cruise.
Not one time, but that's where it started. But it's not a preferred behavior.
Yeah, she's not always hankering for it.
She doesn't like it that much, so.
Oh, I don't like it that much. Is that the reason?
I think he said that.
Okay.
Is that right, Drew?
I have. If I had a choice, I wouldn't choose that one.
The chocolate.
He has a lot of respect for me.
I know. He's a nice guy.
He is a really
That
nice
makes
guy.
sense.
Okay.
I may go up to the pool though and hang out and maybe get a massage or something.
All right.
Massage. Get a spray
Susan
tan.
Pinsky's life. Okay. All right. I'll see you. Okay. Bye.
Okay,
bye.
I'll give you guys food recs.
Exactly.
So many good ones.
No, our relationship was pretty good.
Yeah.
Very lucky after.
Can I tell you?
40 years.
It's amazing. Luck is
years?
luck, and there is an element of luck to this.
People always ask, "What's the secret? What's the secret?"
Same.
It's part of it is where we started. What we started with is still what we have. You know what I mean? You better be into. I look at it as sort of like recovery from alcoholism. It's like it's one day at a time. And if you're doing good today, really good, you're probably gonna do pretty good tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to be conscious and cognizant.
You don't worry about 10 years from now. You worry about today.
Oh, yeah.
And today's great. And I assume tomorrow will be great, too.
Yeah, and it's also like accepting who they are and not...
That comes with time.
Yeah, just being like, no, that's what you're thinking. You're doing that thing again. I'll see you later. And I'll see you tomorrow when you chill the fuck out.
Yes, exactly.
Right? You're just like, I'm not changing that.
Right. But you used to try.
I used to try, and now you accept.
Well, because you love the whole thing. It's like, it's all good. It comes with this and that. It's other stuff that's irritating, but who gives a fuck?
Radical acceptance.
Radical acceptance. Well, I've been very supportive of our friends at BetterHelp. I've sent patients, family to use their services. The therapists have been excellent. The service is affordable, and you don't have to be waiting around in a office for someone or in a waiting room where you could have uncomfortable exchanges with other patients. And it's maintenance. It's maintenance for your mind, for your brain. Therapy doesn't mean necessarily there's something wrong with you. We all work out every day. Why don't we do a little help on our mental well-being as well, which is really, let's face it, important. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Why invest in everything else and not in your mind? This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Dr. Drew After Dark listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/afterdark. That is BetterHelp.com/afterdark. Well, a lot of investment apps make it easy to start trading, but just because it's easy to do does not mean you know what you're doing. That's what makes Wealthfront different. They make it easy to invest, and they make it easy to get smarter about investing. After answering just a couple questions, Wealthfront will build you a diversified portfolio of low-cost index funds in minutes. You can build your own portfolio with clean energy funds, crypto trusts, cannabis, tech, and hundreds of other investments. Wealthfront even offers a socially responsible portfolio, a mix of funds built around human rights, climate change, sustainability, and diversity. Best of all, Wealthfront is totally automated. They do all the training, all the rebalancing, and they even help you lower your tax bill while you invest. Wealthfront is trusted with over $27 billion in assets, helping nearly 500,000 people build their wealth. Get your first $5,000 managed for free for life by going to wealthfront.com/Drew to start building your wealth and get your first $5,000 managed for free for life. Go to wealthfront.com/Drew. That is wealthfront.com/Drew to start building your wealth. That's wealthfront.com/Drew and get started today. I'm a 22-year-old from Canada. I've got myself a cock problem.
Oh.
Straight since birth, but around 17, it developed a twist. That's a Peyronie's. Yeah. The head looks sideways, so it's a twisty head. So is that a good thing?
I don't know. Yeah. Could be for somebody out there.
30, 40 degrees. I didn't think much of it. Now it seems to progress to 70 degrees. Does he mean to 70 degrees around or 70 degrees like a hockey stick?
It's like a hot dog when you cook it on a pan, when you cut it in half.
Yeah, it seems to go all the way down to the base. I'm wondering what the hell it is, how I can get back to old non-twisted cock. You need to see a urologist, and there are lots of things they can do for that now. And sometimes it's actually scarring from the circumcision. They kind of release some of that sometimes. So when it's just at the tip like that, especially. So yes. Do please check it. Get us.
How do they straighten your ding dong out?
There's things they can do. There's injectables they can put in there. There's surgeries they can do to cut out a piece. There's a lot of stuff.
Wait, Drew, do they ever fix it? Like, you know how like if your arm heals wrong and they have to reset it, do they do that with Peyronie's?
It can happen.
So they have to re-break your dick?
Sometimes.
Oh my God.
Can happen.
Asking for a friend, Nadab?
Please help me with my smelly ass. Greetings, you big-titted Hitler. What makes my ass smell so bad? Something I'm eating makes my insides burn. My farts smell like death. Yeah. For the life of me, I can't put my finger on it. Any help with this would be greatly appreciated. Jerome.
I can give you some clues as to what.
Go ahead.
Any dried apricots make mine smell like shit.
Everybody's
Sulfur.
different. Everybody's different. Sometimes it's spices.
Eggplant.
Sometimes it's eggplant. Sometimes it's bulk. I think generally adding a probiotic and adding like Metamucil, like a bulk, will help. And then experimenting, taking foods out.
Yeah.
And then avoiding those foods.
Keep a journal.
For me, garlic and onions.
Same with my husband. It's what makes him shit. Did you know that you can buy spaghetti sauce without garlic and onions in it? The sensitive formulas and such?
I'm sure, because I have to find everything. The problem is finding salad dressings without garlic and onions. It's impossible.
Don't buy salad dressing. You make it at home.
I know. You have to make
oil,
it.
lemon.
Yes, you have
it's
to make
so
it.
easy. Just make it.
You have to make it.
Just make it.
All right, let's see a couple of videos here. What do we got?
Let's
do some. Maybe talk some TikTok since it's Christina reunion day.
Gosh, are you telling me TikToks are my faves?
I've seen some crazy TikToks since I don't know how to save them and send them to you, but I've seen some crazy shit. It's kind of extraordinary, the cool guys on TikTok.
Well, there's a lot of weird alone guys in my feed right now. It's heavy on the wags. A lot of pleas for love. Please,
that's so
someone
sad.
love me, like and comment.
Isn't that sad?
No. Oh, shit. Here it is. Here's a wag right here, bro. Oh, he's gonna
Wanted. One wild woman looking for a partner in crime. Hit me on my live tonight at 11. Let's get together.
Well, I don't feel bad for him. He's actually ahead of the curve of the wags. Yeah, because he's actually like, I want a wild woman. So there's a criterion there.
Okay.
You know who you are if you're like, I'm the wild woman. So there's an identifying trait there. It's not just like, I'm looking for girls, for pussy.
So it doesn't feel so
Anybody out there with a vagina, please, God, love me. This guy's like, I want a wild woman. I want a partner in crime.
So what if the guys were saying, I want a sloppy, big-titted,
that's
wild
specific.
woman.
So some weirdo on TikTok, some woman, which I follow these broads, would be like, I'm the big-titted woman of your dreams.
Wow.
I've got the tits. He wants those tits.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is how the king gets his business. It is exactly how he gets his business, right?
Do you think he gets business?
He certainly gets traffic.
He gets,
he gets people coming around. I'm so jealous that you got to meet with him. I really am. That really bothers me.
Really jealous. Gosh, he was very sweet. I will say it was surprising how gentle and sweet.
Did you feel put off by that? Like you couldn't ask the tough questions?
No, I still did. I'm still
right.
I know how to, needle.
Okay, good.
He was very sweet. It came from a nice place. He had worked as a door guy at a strip club before he was a truck driver.
Oh, explain something.
Right. And his thing was like, well, I'd give the girls rides home after work, and I'd only charge them $10, whereas a cab would charge, $20. So he would
$10 on a beach?
I don't know, but in his mind, he was taking care of the girl. Like, that was his perspective.
So he likes to take care of damaged people.
I think so.
Yeah, making them feel better.
I think so. And so my king and queens above 18, you're beautiful, you're loved. So that's maybe what he wants to hear, right? Isn't that what we're giving out sometimes?
Nah. He wants to hear somebody
sit on his
sitting on his crank.
Yeah. But he's...
What?
He's not in the... I don't know. Is he like he's not in great physical... He's not.
How dare you?
No, I mean, like I don't know.
You think just because a man's fat, he can't be still the way he's always been?
No, he has like knee problems. I mean, he
unless
legit.
he's on opiates, these will not going to stop a guy.
Oh, okay. Because like he legit, he had a hard time like sitting down because I think he had knee replacements, and that's what really sticks out. It's funny because
knee replacements correct all that.
Oh, so maybe he didn't have them replaced. Maybe he needed to have them replaced or something.
Yeah.
Because I remember that's what struck me is he had a really hard time sitting down on the picnic blanket, and I remember thinking like, oh, that's terrible. That's got to be really painful.
That may be part of a shtick.
I don't think
get some
so.
Sympathy.
God, look at you. You're so evil.
It's King. It's the King.
Oh my God.
Oh, all right. Then give me another TikTok. Come on, we need a series of TikToks. I need some cool guys.
Cool guy club.
I'm looking for cool guy teeth, sorta.
Teeth, the angle shit.
See
the reflection in the glasses.
Talk eye was.
Lie away from yourself. Try to break away.
The fan's on. That's it.
Suffocate.
That fan is a little mesmerizing. Sometimes I think people just do weird shit on TikTok just to see if they can just get attention because they have no other way to get attention. So the weirder they get.
You're just putting this together now?
But sometimes I think they're quite serious with their weird shit. Like this is just random weird shit.
It's long.
I know. I think he's doing a 3-minute thing.
Yeah.
They have an option now.
Yeah, I know.
They can do 3 minutes. Have you ever? I
can't even listen to this.
I know. I don't like it.
This is a music type. This is like death metal. What is this?
It's just getting attention. I wonder how much. He normally gets 2 views. This got 30, just because it's so weird. I think that's probably true. All right, goodbye. Nah, goodbye.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Do you go on TikTok?
Do I go on TikTok? Yeah.
And do you do? But I mean, do you do produce talk?
Seldom.
Content?
I mean. Mine has music. I usually play like something stupid and make a face. Like you can go on I'm at the Water Champ Nadab if you want to see. It's mostly promoting my stuff. I don't really. I'm not.
Do you ever go live on it?
No, God. I mean, no. I do Instagram live.
I do Instagram live and TikTok live, and it's a pretty decent group comes around. I mean, they're not that guy.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
But my thinking is with that guy, I like the one with the pumpkin head.
I like that one too.
Yeah, I always do them in green rooms before I'm ready to go up on stage.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So that's just me laying in the green room board, and I found that
Where
effect.
Was that? Nice head bob.
Oklahoma City.
Nice.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a cumbia version of the Halloween theme. So I was like, oh, this is stupid. Like I like doing stupid. But wait, the guy doing the death metal,
yeah.
Like, is he trying to get laid? God, that hurt my throat.
Yeah, I know. I think they're just trying to get views.
Doesn't the motivation of getting like, doesn't he think yes. Girls won't like this? Why isn't he thinking like that?
Guys, you think he's the getting always it's always in the background. Trust me, it's always in the background.
I think some girls probably do like it, just not that version.
The dog goes there, right? It's like, give me another TikTok. Let's have something worthwhile.
Some guys,
then I want to see cool guy wants to eat your brown. Have you seen that one?
Of course.
Okay.
My favorite position.
I can't see it.
It's called a zombie. I just lie back and get eaten.
Cool guy teeth.
Well, what's interesting about that is it's a woman doing it. You seldom see the woman being creepy and pervy on TikTok. It's so different, and it's usually the older broads. You don't see the young ones doing it.
Always older.
Yeah.
And it's hard for a woman to be creepy. It's really tough. Men are easy to be creepy.
That's so true.
Even that wasn't creepy. It was a little uncomfortable, but it wasn't creepy.
It made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but it's not like creepy.
But is that our sexist bias, or would we have been creeped out by a guy that? Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, like here's the deal, man. I've been thinking a lot about Madonna. Have you seen Madonna lately?
That's creepy.
And the Fallon thing,
yes.
Yeah, like when she put her ass on his desk, and I'm thinking, well, is this my bias against? Am I age biased, or why is it creepy? Why does this invoke repulsion?
Well, let's think about if a 70-year-old male start acting like a 22-year-old male, you'd be disgusted, right?
Yeah, because even Mick Jagger or even these older rock stars, they don't necessarily do the same shtick, the same moves.
David Lee Roth had the good judgment of retiring.
Yeah.
He's not doing the stuff he did when he was 24.
Yeah.
He's not doing it.
You can't.
It's disgusting.
It's
weird
it's
and disgusting.
But why is it like, what is the disgust? I'm trying to.
I've tried to figure that out too a little bit, and I imagine it harkens back to some sort of anthropological mechanism where we have disgust thinking about our parents having sex.
Oh, and so granny, actually grandma.
And so we see these aging family members and think about them having sex, which might happen. Hopefully, hope for them. For them, you want that to happen, but to think about it is like, no, not so much.
But why is it that older things having sex, why does that invoke repulsion? Like, is that a biological, like you guys should be closer to death?
It's more that it's not specifically directed towards reproduction, so there shouldn't be as powerful a motivational system that direction. Right? And there's something called the uncanny valley.
Right? You're talking about like the robot that can talk, but
yes. So uncanny valley is it's a robot literature thing, is as things look more and more human, we like them more and more. The more humanoid they look until they look really human, and then we fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
So things that are nearly us but not quite us. So people with mental illness, we have that reaction. Yeah. Aging does the same thing to us.
Yeah.
We kind of we pull back from it. Not to say that's right or good. We do that with illness too. We pull away from it. Yeah. And so it just all has kind of the same quality to it. And so sexuality is so much about vitality and growth and life and reproduction.
That's a good point.
It just goes a different direction. So I think we fall into the uncanny valley.
Yes.
We can fight it. We shouldn't do that with the robots or with Madonna. We can fight it. But it happens.
Correct, because it does something in your brain where you're right. Like it's
the same thing as like imagining seeing your parents having sex. The same feeling.
But sex is about reproduction, vitality, vigor, energy. It's creative force.
Yeah.
It's youth. Correct. Yeah. And when you see Madonna look, I'm guilty. I get Botox and filler. I'm not fucking. I don't want to age either.
I would argue there was a worse age bias, say when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't even. I mean, even people my age would never fucking ever. They would not talk about sexuality or do.
Oh, really?
Back then?
That's
true.
God. Now it's more.
Now we're used to thinking about people as they age and celebrating if they were able to still have sex and be sexual. And
absolutely.
That kind of
stuff. And then the whole thing of like MILFs coming into play and cougars.
What is the MILF?
Thank God.
Why are the young males into the MILFs?
I don't, because of American Pie. I don't vote because I was like an older woman. I think it's the illusion of she's experienced. She can allow me to do things maybe. You guys are laughing. Why?
Gentlemen,
because you nailed it.
Well, not really. Because
I had my mic up. I was about to say that it's because of experience.
There's more, though. There's more, gentlemen. There's more. So you're going to be able to
bagok
whatever and not
do whatever you want.
Not have somebody weird out on you. It's somebody who's sort of comfortable with whatever you've got to give.
Yeah,
right?
She's not going to judge.
Yeah, right. But she's also not as likely to go, okay, now we got to get married. Now we have to have kids.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be that
the
same force of attachment that a peer might have. Gentlemen, am I on to anything there?
I mean, maybe when you were younger. I mean, I think MILFs now at this age are just my age.
Yeah, they're just 30. Like in porno? Like, isn't that?
No, MILFs are like 50, 60.
Not for me, at least.
Those are cougars, Drew.
Yeah, that's not.
I thought a cougar was 40.
Both. I'm kind of in the middle of both of you. I feel like MILFs are about 40, 45.
Okay.
So is Drew describing a GILF?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I guess the women that were MILFs on porn have been MILFs for 10 or 15 years, and they're still MILFs, right?
Correct.
That's true.
Yeah. It's still the same people, and so it's.
So hold on. Do you think there's a category of men that like Madonna's thing? Meaning,
well, yes,
older women. Oh, like she's 63. So women that are so injected and so plasticized, like that's their boner.
They
juice?
would for sure, but they would rather that she maybe not behave that way. I don't know why.
Yeah,
they'd happily be completely into it, but not want her like.
Flaunting and acting like she's 20, because there are older women that are still banging. Like Cher is
100%.
Like there's a ton.
We celebrate that. That's a good thing.
But she's not putting her ass on Fallon's desk.
It's just a weird.
It's a different, but it's a behavioral thing too.
Yeah,
for
I don't
me.
know what that is. It's like not becoming.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not
maybe
attractive.
That's social. Maybe it's not attractive.
But it's not attractive in a 20 or younger. Like if Miley Cyrus were to do that to Fallon, I'd be like,
it'd be like weird too. It'd be weird for different reasons, but it'd be like it's all under you're trying too hard.
Yeah, like remember when Drew Barrymore flashed Letterman? Do you remember like in the 90s she showed her tits to Letterman? It was rad. That felt innocent. Like just I flashed my boobies a day longer. It was kind of cute, and she was so young and endearing. It worked.
Maybe Madonna could have gotten away with that. Doing something playful.
Those
I don't know.
fucking hangers. Yeah. Something playful, but not overtly sexual. She's got plastic, I'm sure.
All right, so fine.
I don't know if they're, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Oh my God. As usual, we're covering so many territories.
So many topics.
All right, let's wrap this one up. I'm feeling overwhelmed. We'll have to see Cool Guy Eats Your Brown next time.
Well, we can,
No, next time. I'm going to open with that one maybe. Again, number 818-253-1693 for the voice messages. We'll keep them coming. They're great. DrDrewAfterDark@gmail.com. So many good emails, you guys. We appreciate the questions, and I will try to keep answering. This has become sort of like a de facto love line space. Where people, they're bringing the sort of modern love line questions, which are lots of nuanced confusion, biological questions. Not so much trauma and stuff like that we used to deal with on Loveline. That's still around, but not the pervasive quality of that, of the fucked up relationships. That's a good sign for the rational recovery again.
Good, guys.
Yeah. So.
Well, I want to hear these biologically driven
questions
next time. Yeah.
Oh, they're all over the place.
Well, let's do on the next episode. I
woke up
curious.
with a painful, debilitating sensation. We'll talk about that. Hey,
there's a teaser.
Yeah,
the painful, debilitating sensation.
Yeah. Well, I'll get you some good ones in here.
Ooh.
All right, guys. Thank you, Christina. Thank you all, and we will see you next time.
All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.